rate, so how much fluctuation do we have in the organization? We are currently at 7%, which is far below the industry average. And we believe this is also a reflection of our effort to, I mean, first of all, it's the culture, and people enjoy work with us. And then also our ambition to provide a great place to work. I think we're doing great in this one. And as Amir said, we also got some awards and recognition. And I think what we're also proud of, the last one we got is the Cacentric Best Employer Award. We are really, really proud of. And don't want to get into detail of the office space. Amir mentioned it, based in Sunway, Pinnacle, a great office environment there. So that's, I would say, RSS in a nutshell. And we provide more details in the next couple of minutes. Thank you from my side. Back to you, Amir.
Thank you, Arno. Thank you for that sharing. All right. So for those keen to learn more and find out about vacancies which are available, so please visit our career website or our LinkedIn page. You can either scan the QR code now or take a print screen and save it for later, or please visit our virtual booth. Now, the time has come to hear more from our panelists. So I'll be asking a series of questions to our panelists, and let's hear about their response and their experiences. And if we have time, we'll try and check whether there are any questions coming from the live stream. All right. So the first question is for you, Arno. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So Arno, if you could tell us something interesting about the company, about Roche, that you think talents would like to know about. It could be in terms of the growth here in Malaysia, what Roche here in Malaysia is known for, and perhaps potentials.
Yeah, so I would say the most interesting aspect is of our organization is the growth, and I just mentioned it. So we started in 2016 and now grown over the last 5 years to more than 1,000 people, and then it doesn't stop there, right? We are not done yet. We still grow, and we will continue to grow because the strategy is to move more activities to our SES locations, so also here in KL APAC. So RSS will become even more important for the Roche and network going forward as the regional hub for finance and procurement and HR services, and even a global hub for IT services. So currently we support 16 countries here in APAC. And while we grow, it's also important to have the right people and the right skill set, because I mean, in order to provide all these activities, we are asked to take over. So the growth, we also need the people to be able to manage that, which means we have a lot of opportunities and growth opportunities also for employees going forward. That's why I think that's I would say the most exciting time now. After the strong growth, we continue to grow and have great opportunities for everybody who is interested to work with us.
Of course, I totally agree. I think with our purpose of doing now what patient needs next, this will never stop. And you spoke about growth and the rapid expansion of the company. So let me ask you, what positions are you looking for currently, and could you share these opportunities with us?
Yeah, so we provide services, and we're looking for people in the area of finance, procurement, IT, HR, communication for the APAC region and also globally. We are looking for employees who are eager to learn and grow over time. And we are looking also, who also resonate with our purpose, doing now what patient needs next. That's the most important thing. That's why we are here. So we also welcome graduates from with a background in finance, accounting, computer science, IT, HR, law, and what's all out there, communication, even project management, and many other disciplines. So if you would like to find out more, please, as it's here on the QR code, check out on our career website. I think we have positions for everybody who is interested in that area.
That's really great to hear, Arno. And there are a lot of career opportunities, but also a lot of opportunities to gain global exposure. So thank you so much for that. Maybe let's talk a bit more about the culture and benefit. Arno, you mentioned earlier about the great culture here in Roche, and that's contributed to the low attrition rate. So maybe I can pose a question to Ida and Willie. How would you best describe the working culture at Roche? What's so unique about it? Anyone
I
wants to
start
go first?
first?
Yeah, go ahead, Willie.
So I like to start first by calling out the first element, and this is very close to my heart in terms of global diversity. Yeah. So stepping into Roche, what I experienced is really the next level of global diversity. Even after working for many years in multinational companies, Roche really has that next level of global diversity. So on a daily basis, I work with awesome people in Asia Pacific, in Europe, in North and Latin America. It really feels like a virtual melting pot, yeah, where all the great people come together around the world, yeah, to deliver on the mission. I feel accepted, I feel respected, and this mutual respect goes a long way in building long-lasting working relationships with our colleagues. Then we have the freedom, yeah, within a set of guardrails to have the space with my colleagues to exercise our innovation muscles. Yeah. And on a daily basis, we create solutions that we collectively own as a team. So that aspect of the culture resonates very deeply with my heart.
Thanks, Willie. I'm hoping that your amazing colleagues, you're referring to me.
One of the many.
Thank you. All right, Ida, would you like to add on to that?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more to what really have just said, right? In fact, that's exactly how I feel. I still remember my first impression when I joined Roche. That was almost 5 years ago. It was like, wow, all these people I'm working with, they're really smart. So throughout my journey here in Roche and multiple opportunities to visit other sites, right, in the different countries, they are very diverse, very respectful people, and I would say very people-oriented organization. Talking about diversity, just like what Willie said, right? I have made many friends because they are not just colleagues to me anymore. From all over the world. Imagine going for a vacation somewhere and you just know someone's local, right, to hang out with. And as a person, I naturally the type that eager to learn and explore many things. And here in Roche, I was given those opportunities to grow and to learn. I would say again, not a single day goes by without me learning anything new. I've moved role after a year and a half with Roche and playing multiple roles currently, just like what Amir said, right? Which I really enjoy. It feels like the sky is the only limit.
Thank you, Ida. You guys really make it sound like a really fun place to work.
Yes,
So
it is.
it is, yeah, it is. I wonder how much how much work you get done. It is quite fun. But can you elaborate a bit more, Willie? Because you mentioned about global diversity, right? So when you talk about global diversity, what does it actually mean?
It's all aspects of diversity, yeah. Diversity of culture, diversity of talents, diversity of experience. So there are many facets of diversity, and this is a melting pot, as I said.
Thanks, Willie. And Ida, who are the colleagues that you're working with outside of Malaysia?
Well, so many of them, right? I work very closely with people from the United States, all over Europe, Canada, Middle East, Asia Pac as well. So yeah, you can imagine like literally every single country, like 150 over countries that Roche has present in.
But then how do you manage your work-life balance? Considering you're a mother, you're a woman in a leadership position, how do you balance this out?
Well, I think that's the benefit as well. I would say working for Roche, right? We have a flexible working hours. Um, it's how you manage your time. I would say here in Roche, you pretty much own your own career. You know what your responsibility is, and you just do it.
Awesome, awesome. Now, maybe I can just hear from the both of you. What would you say is the biggest advantage of working at Roche in your personal opinion?
For me, it's really about having new things to learn every day. So as a company, our mission, yeah, is to do what patients need next, which means we need always to be one step ahead. So it's no surprise, yeah, that we are constantly evolving, and my work is constantly enriching. So there's something always to learn new every day, and I'm surrounded by global talents. I have every opportunity to grow. So that's really exciting.
That sounds amazing. Ida, how about yourself? What's the biggest advantage for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, there's really a lot of them.
Pick
But
one, just one.
yeah, okay. For me, honestly, to wake up every day, knowing that you're working for an organization that makes a difference in people's lives all over the world, right? And like just like what Willie said, I would like to echo that. We Roche is an innovative company, and to be innovative, we are all playing an important role to share or to try new ideas, right? We are empowered to think like an entrepreneur and to be creative in what we are doing, regardless where we're sitting in the organization. For example, when you see a complex process require, say, 5 level of approval, right? For some of the very simple requests, let's just say user's account, and it stops us from being productive because we sit and wait for it, right? So instead of looking at it as a challenge, we usually look at it as an opportunity to improvise. And here in Roche, you are empowered to speak up, share your ideas, your thought, and how to improvise those processes and to really make positive impact to the organization. And personally, I've seen this many, many, many times.
I totally agree. And as I mentioned before, what I do in Roche really impacts the lives of patients, right? This is not just one patient, it's many patients. It's an entire population all around the world. And, what what other purpose can really beat that, right? So, and Ida, you mentioned about innovative, you said creative, you said entrepreneurial or entrepreneurship mindset. So maybe a question for perhaps the three of you, Arno, Ida, and Willie. What are some tips that you could share to young talents and people in the live stream on how they could build their self-confidence?
Well, if I may start with this one, I think
Go ahead,
it's
Arno.
important also. I mean, if you look at the future way of working, right? I mean, in the past we were always looking at this career ladder, right? Moving up the ladder, and there is a clear path. I think going forward, it's more of flat hierarchies and also working in networks. So that will be the future, and you see that coming overall. And we also do that. I mean, breaking down silos. It's not this functional thing where you are and only work there. So you need to reach out to your colleagues, and it will be much more co-creation and collaboration going forward. So I think it is extremely important that people are open to reach out, build a network. I mean, we have many opportunities here as well. You can get a mentor who can gives you advice early in the career. And then I think the one thing, and then as I said, I mean, after 20 years, don't be shy, don't be afraid. I think especially at the beginning, don't be afraid of making mistakes. I mean, you can make mistakes, you can make a mistake, and then you can learn of it, and then you continue. I think it's more about getting out of your comfort zone, right? I mean, especially we as Ida said, people are empowered. We give this freedom to operate to everybody, and we don't limit people, but it's also then the people who themselves define how far they would like to go, which direction they would like to go, and we offer all those opportunities there and growth opportunities. So it's then the people, but the people need to drive. They need to define what's the one thing I would like to achieve, where are my core competencies, and there's also what are the things I like to do, and then grow into that area. I think at the end, to summarize, don't be shy, don't be afraid, just go for it, be open.
Thanks, Arno. I'm so glad that you mentioned regarding the network ways of working, getting out of your comfort zone, because I felt that, all this while, I felt that this was really what allowed me to play multiple roles in Roche, right? And I had to define exactly what that scope would be. So it never gets boring. There's always something new that needs to, or a new challenge, a new problem that needs to be solved. So that's quite interesting, and thank you for that. Willie and Ida, maybe we can hear from you. Any tips from your side?
Ida, go ahead.
Go ahead,
Thanks,
Ida.
Willie.
We're so excited.
Yeah. Okay, to me, I would say always stay curious. We are living in a world that's changing so rapidly. Be inquisitive and just never stop learning. I always believe people who are curious, they tend to take more risk of trying something new, right? And secondly, just like what Arno said, I would like to just echo that again. Don't be afraid of making a mistake. In fact, I would say embrace it. The only way to make a mistake is to try something new, right? And what does that mean? That means you take risks, you take chances, and you push your boundaries. And that's how we're all making mistakes, right? And most importantly, though, to just learn from it and move on. And last but not least, I think this is very, very important as well. Don't forget to pat yourself on the back, right? From time to time. We all deserve that.
Thanks, Ida. I think that was really, really good advice, and I love what you said about being inquisitive. Ask a lot of questions, right? And the great thing that I've also learned in Roche is that we're not afraid to fail, and we're actually encouraged to fail fast, so that we can move on and learn. So thank you. Willie, can we hear some tips from yourself?
So along the way, if you see opportunities to volunteer for activities outside your scope, go ahead and volunteer. Yeah, all these opportunities help you broaden your views. Yeah, helps you understand other people's perspective, and finally, you get to see the big picture. So in short, just do it, take action, but don't forget to smell the roses along the way.
Thank you, Willie. And the roses, I'm pretty sure they smell good if we can go outside, right? Anyways, just a quick time check. I think we might have some time for questions from the audience. Prasna, could you check? Do we have any questions?
Yes, we do. We have 5 questions. I can split it up into 3 parts if that's okay, because some are related.
Sure, let's do that.
Okay. So the first 2 of the question is on gender equality. So one is from Isabella Wong. I commend the global diverse community that Roche adopts. However, I would just like to ask if there's been any backlash with how there are more women than men. That's the first question. And the second question on gender equality from Nur Rifka binti Said. First of all, her comment is, I adore how Roche supports female employees in their organization, especially proven through the statistics as presented. But how do you describe the work environment in supporting female to lead in your work culture?
Wow, thanks for that. And thanks for those questions. I would like to open this up, but I'm very keen to hear from Ida, being a leader and a woman.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting. I mean, it was a very good question, of course. Just like what Amir said, right? I'm a mother. I mean, in fact, I'm a new mother, right? I would say Roche is really I mean, the leaders are very understanding as well, right? We know for the fact, especially working from home, it's not an easy thing to do. You have your little one sometime in front of you, who probably needs you, right? In fact, many times I think I was probably in a meeting. I had to say just, I'm sorry, guys. I have some emergency. I have to run off for a little while, right? Just to make sure that my kid is okay. And I think that's okay to do it. And I think also, you know, it's not easy, but it is something that we encourage people to do, to speak up. When you need help, you need support. Most people are just there for you.
Thank you, Ida. Arno and Willie, maybe I can open up this to you as well, because one of the questions said about, was there any backlash, and what are your opinion in regards to diversity and inclusiveness?
Yeah. I mean, if you look at our even the corporate goal, right, it has a goal on diversity and inclusion. At the global level, we even say we would like to mirror the workforce in our leadership teams, right? It goes even beyond always this gender equality, right? Men and women. I think it goes beyond diversity is more than that. And then to your, I mean, the way I understood also the question was, okay, we have more women than men, and is there something related to this? I have to say, there's not. There's not. And then you can also talk about diversity and inclusion. I mean, it works if you don't need to talk about it. So this is just a natural result of us being or fully embrace diversity and inclusion. Everybody has equal opportunities, equal access to all of the resources at Roche, and we are extremely open. And I personally, I'm extremely happy about that balance also we have here in KL. I think we are at the front if you look to from a global point of view. So there's no backlash. I mean, we embrace it, we have it. And as Ida said, I mean, as I said, many years in the company, and I also share with others. We allow a lot of kind of, let's say, everybody is free to kind of manage their time, work from home. I mean, also, if you always talk about work-life balance, right? I mean, you need to have the freedom to manage and organize your work, right? And this then also works with a family and organize everything. And that then all goes into this diversity and inclusion thing. And even then those, I mean, returning from a break, right? Taking care of family and then coming back and start you could call it second career, but that's, I mean, we have many of these examples. And that's for me also part of diversity and inclusion. As I said, very early, that's also part. I mean, we have roles and positions and opportunities for people early in their career and fresh graduates, but also then those later in their career and experts or those who kind of want to make a change. I think that's what we all support. And that's why we are, I mean, D&I is very high on our agenda. And as I mentioned, even on as a global 10-year goal on that one. I hope I could answer most of the question asked there.
Thank you, Arno.
I don't know, others maybe can add to it what I said as well.
Thank you. Yeah, Willie, would you like to add on?
Yeah, I'll just add on a little bit on that. Is that for me, D&I is so natural and so well embraced that I don't have a second thought about it. Yeah, it's already part of our day-to-day thought process, and coupled with mutual respect, I think this really goes a long way to bring us together in this working relationship.
Thanks, Willie. And I'd like to add to that as well in terms of D&I, and this ties back to one of the really important benefits in Roche, especially for myself. So I recently had a baby, right, 2 months ago. And because of D&I, one of the benefits that evolved from that is to allow fathers to also take the necessary time off to spend time with their family. And I got 30 days. How good is that? So thank you so much. And Prasna, do we have any more questions?
Yes, we do. So second part of the question, we have two. This is on experience. So Michelle is asking, what's our corporate opinion on the need to experience a job versus the need to get a job to get experience dilemma? And another question from Wong Weng Hong is, he's been working in the retail industry for 4 years. Is there a possibility of joining pharmaceutical company in a different HR department, such as talent acquisition or L&D, learning and development?
So I'm happy to take that one. So the second part is easy one. Yes, absolutely. You can and should apply check for the roles, and if something there for you, please do apply. And the first one, and I mean, I could even now talk long on this one. You know, it's always this: if you apply somewhere and then they ask for your experience, but if you don't have the experience, you don't get the job to do the experience. So so this is chicken and egg thing, and I experienced this as well. I would like to come back to what the statement I made at the beginning. As I said, we provide opportunities for fresh graduates, so no experience needed, but we provide a role which allows you to grow and develop, and then you can make your next step, right? And then you get your experience while starting in a certain role. And as I said, we have many opportunities out there, and then we allow you to grow within the company. I think that's also something we are really kind of looking for, is that we don't want to see that people come and gather their experience and then leave again, because we want the people to stay, right? Start, experience, grow, and then contribute as well to our purpose. So in short, absolutely, you can join, collect experience, and you will see there are many opportunities for you then out there to grow further.
Yeah, and if I may add to that, right, because I probably can speak on behalf of experience in Roche here. So I started my career in Roche as a service desk team lead, right? And now, as you all know, I have moved role and looking after, I would say, a bigger portfolio in research and development, drug safety, regulatory, basically working day-to-day interaction that I have is with scientists, doctors, right? I was given that opportunity. So I would say, yes, experience is important, right? But it's not everything. Always be curious. As a line manager, I would always look for someone who has this personality of, you want to learn. You want to understand more on what this scope is all about. And I think just like what Willie said, right? I would like to volunteer, that kind of attitude, right? Because only with that, you get more experience and exposure. And that's how basically you build your experience.
Thanks, Aida. Prasna, do we have any more questions on the line?
Yes, we do. We have 3 more questions. I'll ask you.
Maybe we
Yes.
can squeeze in one more question before we move on. Yeah.
Okay, so we will look at the culture. Roche seems, this is from Siti Nuraini. Roche seems like a great place to explore new things and work with different people. What are the challenges in working with people from different background or culture?
Anyone would like to take that?
I mean, I can give it a start. I mean, as I said, I also work with many global teams. it starts with being open to other cultures, right? I mean, this is, and I can share with you now, I mean, I just joined Malaysia. I mean, you need to be open and understand, okay, things work differently in different cultures. So you need to be open and work with colleagues. And the great thing is, especially here at Roche, is if you have a question, regardless whether it's global teams, somebody in another country, I mean, people always help and are happy to help. You always will get support in the Roche environment. I think that's the great thing to do. I wouldn't say it's a challenge. It's more kind of, if you work with different cultures and different countries, it's to be aware that things might work differently compared to what you've expected so far. As far as if you are open, I don't see a problem, or you won't run into difficulties. Let's put it that way. That's my view. I don't know. Any other two would like to add to this?
I would add that being respectful goes a long way. And at the end of the day, we are interacting with persons, with humans, so that human touch transcends geographical, transcends cultural boundaries.
Well, thank you, Arno. Thank you, Willie. Thank you, Ida. I think that was a great discussion. And perhaps let's move on to the next section. Now it's the time that everyone has been waiting for. It's quiz time. So we just need to be a bit considerate. I believe there is some lag on the live streaming side. So we'll try and we'll do this, in a proper speed. So we have Starbucks vouchers worth 50 ringgit each for every correct answer, right? I will be asking 10 questions and you can type in your answers in the chat box. The first person to get the correct answer for each question is deemed the winner. So please listen carefully and type in your answer in the chat box as fast as you can. Prasna will then let us know who the winner or who got the correct answer first, and we will then get in touch with you. Simple enough? All right, let's get going. Okay, so first question. Roche is the world's largest A, biotech company, B, global market leader for in vitro diagnostics, C, pharmaceuticals, D, all of the above. Let's take about 5 seconds. Prasna, give me a thumbs up if we have a winner. Yeah. And the answer is D, all of the above.
There was a lag here, so you actually told us the answer before we saw the question.
Okay, there you go. That's the lag. So lesson learned. So perhaps we'll skip this and go to question number 2. So Prasna, I'll wait for your cue.
Okay.
All right. Apologies for that. Where is Roche headquarters located? A, Costa Rica, B, Basel, C, Mumbai, India, D, Shanghai, China. And we're waiting for the response.
Okay, it's coming. You can share the answer.
All right. The answer is B, Basel, Switzerland. And who's the winner, Prasna?
The winner is Tan Eng Teck.
Tan, congratulations. You just won a 50 ringgit Starbucks voucher. All right, let's move on. Question number 3. In which year was Roche Services and Solutions Operations APAC established in Malaysia? A, 1896, B, 2012, C, November 2016, D, April 2016. And let's wait for the thumbs up.
We've got our answer already, the correct answer.
We got the answer, and the answer is April 2016. And the winner is?
Congratulations, Nur Sabrina.
Nur Sabrina, congrats. Okay, that was easy. All right, question number 4. Where is Roche Services and Solutions Operation APAC based in Malaysia? We gave the answer briefly earlier today.
Okay, we've got answers already.
We have an answer?
Yeah.
Okay. So the answer for question number 4 is B, Sunway Pinnacle, and the winner is
Yashwini.
Yashwini. Congratulations. Nice. See, this is really simple. I want to play this as well. I want that 50 ringgit. Question number 5. What are the functions that Roche Services and Solutions Operations APAC provide? A, finance and procurement, B, IT services, C, HR services, or D, all of the above? And I believe the answers are coming in.
Yes, it is. Just okay, we have our winner already.
We have a winner. And are there a lot of people, fighting to get the answers here?
Oh yes, they're getting it right.
Okay, I can see the stress in your
Yes.
face trying to find out who responded first. Okay, thanks for that. And the answer for question number 5 is D, of course, all of the above. And the winner is
Ahmad Aizil Zulkifli.
Ahmad Aizil. Congratulations. All right, let's get ready for question number 6. How would you describe the working culture at Roche? A, respectful and flexible way of working. B, a community that is beyond work. C, authentic leaders who listen and empower. Or D, all of the above? I wish there was some suspense music in the background, but maybe you guys can all imagine this in your head. Keep calm, Prasna. I know
Yes.
everyone's
They are
typing those in.
really quick. Just give me a minute. Hold on, just give me a minute. They're really quick. Sorry, guys. Okay, we have the winner already.
We have a winner?
Yes.
Okay, so the answer for how would you describe the working culture at Roche? And the answer is D, all of the above, of course. And who's our winner, Prasna?
Min Xiang Hor.
Min Xiang Hor. Congratulations. Okay, so we have a few more questions left. Now, question number 7. How many nationalities do we have in Roche Services and Solution APAC? A, 5, B, 12, C, 17, D, 9. You guys know this.
Oh, yes, they do. We
Must
have
be a
our
lot of
winner.
correct answers.
Oh, yes, we have our winner.
All right, and the answer is C, of course, 17. And who's our winner, Prasna?
Lok Chiu Er.
Lok Chiu Er, congratulations. All right, so we have, I believe, 2, 3 more questions. Who is the general manager of Roche Services and Solutions APAC? A, Martin, B, Arno, C, Mark, D, Marcus. Who knows the answer?
Can I answer this? Will I get
No,
50
you
ringgit?
cannot.
No?
And
Oh.
if you are the answers, please do not smile and give that away.
And we have our winner.
All right. And the answer, of course, is Arno. Prasna, has anyone mentioned a name that was not Arno?
Yes, we have a Mark Jacobs.
Okay. Let's not go there. All right. So congratulations. And the winner is?
And the winner is Shuhada Natasha.
Congrats, Shuhada. Arno, you can smile now. Let's go to question number 9. Roche benefits consist of A, flexible working hours, B, a global recognition program, C, games room, D, all of the above. And of course, this list could go on. We could go E, F, all the way.
Ah, they're very quick. We have our correct answer already.
So the correct answer is, of course, all of the above. And our winner is?
And the winner is, hold on, It's Tan Eng Teck.
Tan Teng Tek. Congratulations.
Tan Eng Teck.
Tan
Sorry.
Eng Tek.
Yes.
All right, perfect. Congrats. And we have the next question. Question number 10. Which of the following are Roche values? A, courage, B, integrity, C, passion, or D, all of the above? This one's a tough one.
We have a lot of answers and they're getting it right. I'm just scrolling through to see who answered first, so bear with me. Okay, got it. Found my winner.
Okay, and the answer is all of the above. D, congratulations. And this goes to?
Go Ming Shun.
Congratulations. And we have a bonus question since there was a lag on the first one. So Prasna, ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
The question is, who would like to work for Roche? Put in your answers. Prasna, do we have a winner?
I'm getting some other answers. The haha and I know, right, Ayman, because Ayman's asking whether they are using NASA's internet. Yes, we have an answer. Someone who actually answered.
Okay, let's get the first correct answer.
Yes. Yashwini said me.
Okay, Yashwini, congratulations. You did not get a job at Roche because you have to go to our career website, but you have won yourself a 50 ringgit Starbucks voucher. So congratulations. All right, that wraps up our quiz. And perhaps we can get some input from you. On the next slide, if you could go to menti.com again, key in the code for 27266469 and tell us, how would you describe Roche in one word? Christina, I just want to make sure that we are ready to have Menti up for this question. All good on your end? Yeah, great. So while everyone's going to Menti to do this, let's perhaps, well, actually, that's the end of the session, and that wraps up for today on Roche is a great place to work. So if you have more questions about positions and vacancies, please visit our virtual career booth. Our representative will be more than happy to engage with you and answer any questions that you might have. Once again, thank you everyone for joining us, and we hope you have enjoyed it as much as we have. So over to you, Wafi.
Thank you so much, Amir, for that. And thank you to the Roche panel for such an insightful session. An inspiring quote, or rather some points that I picked up from the session was from Arno. Don't be shy, don't be afraid, just go for it. And I think it's really important for young talent to not be afraid to make mistakes, because how else are you going to learn, right? And also congrats to Amir on your newborn. If you'd like to be part of an amazing place to work at, you can discover the different career opportunities available at Roche by visiting their virtual booth here at Grado and Aspire. And don't forget to vote for them as Malaysia's most preferred employer. You can vote for them at the virtual booth. To the audience members that had their questions answered live during the webinar, Team Grado will be in touch with you on your Shopee vouchers. Once again, thank you to our panel and have a good day, everyone.